Hey, call hello. Yahbashim Yahshai Bahara Kokadash. Yahbashim Yahshai Bashim Kokadash Barakatham. Double honor to our apostles who are elders who rule well, which are of GMS. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. Now, this dealing with this guy that we've all encountered, um, the subway mass shooting. Okay. I gave it a little time because I really wanted to sometimes you gotta let marinate his witchcraft so you can see what's going on. Okay. And through what I'm saying here, and this links up with what the famine of the word. Okay. So once you get into the book of Amos chapter 8 and 11 says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So, all to me, from what I'm looking at, all signs point to the famine of the word, dealing with a lot that Esau's pushing right now, because the unicorn is counteracting as a we would forget which Rothschild, George Soros, pretty much said, pretty much the internet was a gift and a curse. And the reason why it's a curse is because it's putting out just as much counter information as information that Esau's putting out. So when Esau put out his sorcery, there's people that give their thoughts wrong or right to make people kind of think like, hold up, I'm not just going to believe what Esau says. It's too much information. And he's not the only strong arm of information anymore. Via through the internet, anybody could put up a site or create a site. All right. So Amos 8 and 11 says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And you have like YouTube censorship, where they could put out saying that you're putting out misinformation. Now through COVID, they could say it's medical misinformation, and then dealing with Will Smith and Chris Rock, everybody's going off of the slap, being superficial. But what happened? Comedy is one of the most free speaking arts that is left. It's not in the media anymore. It's no longer in your libraries and schools. That's regulated. It's no longer in the churches. That's regulated. Because you be good. Slakia, you can be considered a domestic terrorist for making such words. You can't even, like the joke of guys saying, he was going to the bathroom and he said he was about to blow it up, you know, and everybody knows what that means. But based off of 9/11, now that piece of freedom of speech has been taken away. And just like with the Will Smith slap, he was talking about Jada's bald head in reference to Jada's disease that she had. So, but in comedy, you're supposed to be able to talk about anything. And it's almost like one of the people kind of, Dave Chappelle was a gift and a curse to that, because he did something and got away scot-free by talking about the LGBTQ community in a way that was insulting to them, but he referenced it as comedy, and you shouldn't be able to take that away. So they're pretty much finding a way to censor, you know, these angles. You know what I'm saying? And you go back into the subway guy, and on CNN US it says subway shooting suspect denied bail on federal terrorism related charges. And when I looked up, you know, Slakia, I'm gonna have to look it up real quick, because I looked up pretty much the subway shooter, YouTuber turned um YouTuber turned subway shooter. You know what I'm saying? And then you get your answer, you know. And he comes right up. Yeah, YouTuber turned mass murderer. And then you could just click on a news link, and then the guy will pop up on Crime Online. And the title of the article, which I have in post-production, it says, "I'll never return home alive. Disturbing videos show alleged New York subway shooter ranting about racism, bigotry, and death." Right? What's going on now? Because we gotta think. We gotta put our thinking caps on. What's going on now? You have the red pill or blue pill guys, the Fresh and Fits, the Kevin Samuels. There's a lot of YouTube, TikTok, woke people, for lack of better words, and some of them people are right. Some of the people have points. So, as the brother said, this guy could be nothing but a psyop that's pretty much trying to put a stain or put smut on people using social media and other internet avenues to put out truth or put out their perspective, because once you do this, that means what is the counter to this? Why would they name it "I'll never return home alive"? Disturbing videos show alleged New York subway. Why is that a article title? New York subway shooter ranting about racism, bigotry, and death. Why that has anything to do with what he did? Of course, it has a relation, but the videos, they're saying, hey, the videos, we need to start believing these people when they say these things, or if they're anti-American or if they're talking about bigotry, if they're talking about the LGBTQ, the alphabet community, they're talking about the MOTB, all these would be red flags, and we need to do something to them before they become another subway shooter. And so now they're going to come out with a law and blah, 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 and this and that. Okay? And that goes back also to, like the brother was talking about, the ESGs, economic, social, and governance credit system, to where, and I was just reading that, which is going to be another lesson we're going to do, going in how they're using fingerprints for your social credit system. You know what I'm saying? All leading to the MOTB, man. How is this leading to the MOTB? Because this is going to go into the ESG category, which is your how you operate and conduct yourself. Now they can regulate what you say on the internet, what you look up on the internet. Okay? So if anybody have this guy video in their feed, that could affect your ESG. Whether you thought it was funny, not funny, entertainment, disgusting, or whatever, or you believed it, whatever. It's all going to be taken in that light. At least they probably put a thing, you put a thumbs down or whatever. Whatever bullshit they try to make it seem like it's just an evaluation. Let me know what you think. Let me know what what you want to do. They're tightening up, less freedom from the Americans and more freedom for them to be in your business. Okay? So I want to get these precepts, okay? Salakia, I had a interruption, but Satan ain't do too much with it. Able to start off where I left off, man. But getting back to it, it says Isaiah 47:12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee." Yeah, so this is just, prophecy saying that these sorceries aren't going to work, And when you go into the word sorcery, it says witchcraft, magic, enchantment, act of instance of sorcery, supernatural state of affairs, seemingly magical works, sorcerer, wizard, literally one who influences fate or fortune. Okay. And a lot of fate is dealing with these laws that's being passed. Okay. And then you go to fortune. Okay. So now I wanted to go into the word magic. Okay. The word magic in the etymology, which is the last definition was in the etymology also. It says magic, art of influencing or predicting events and producing marvels using hidden natural forces, also supernatural art, especially the art of controlling the actions of spiritual or superhuman beings. All right. Magic, magical, sorcery, magical. So, yep. So to be able to have power. Okay. And they're doing magic on a high level, and they're doing magic on a low level. They're using it through these TVs, through CNN, Fox, and all that. They keep pumping the same thing because they on another spirit that they're controlling is you. Okay, so they use these black screens. Say you don't believe in all that. Okay, that's fine. On a base level, if they repeat something to you over and over and over and over and over, you're gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? If you repeat something, you eventually believe it. Just like they said, the Lord is so-called white man. People believe it to this day because it's been repeated, regurgitated visually and audibly in in the same way, same format, over and over and over, to the point that people will fight tooth and nail to say this is a fact. When there's no evidence to prove it, it's just been regurgitated and repeated so much. Okay? So that's a form of magic, is to control your spirit, make you accept something that's said. Not only that you do it, but you accept it. So this is being repeated to where you got mass shooters. Oh, they're dangerous. We need the gun laws. We need to create laws first. That's one repeated thing. Now it's like this freedom of speech. This is a problem now. This is now a thing. So it's all magic and sorcery. Now they'll call on entities too. They be doing their blood rituals and doing all this on these days, and whether people like to believe it or not, they got the owl of Molech sitting in the Bohemian Grove. There's secret societies, and if you don't believe in secret societies, there's fraternities. You know what I'm saying? There's fraternities in your regular colleges. So let's stop acting like everything is just this mystery because you can't Google the shit, man. You go to college, if you went to college, you know that there's fraternities. That's a whole secret society in your face. And they're practicing a structure that was given to them from a past structure. And there's societies at Yale, Skull and Bones, that are more secret than your Kappa Alpha Psi's and your Kappa Psi's and your Beta Sigma Thetas and whatever bullshit they come up with, man. So there's a lot of sorcery going on, and one of the angles of sorcery that they're trying to accomplish is to convince the people to accept the fact that they can't say anything, and ultimately the anything will be coming against the will of the government. Okay, we're gonna do this. Y'all gotta stop doing this, stop doing that. Just like they got going on in China right now with the lockdown. They're trying to get people conditioned so they don't gotta round you up. You just gonna walk inside. Because don't reject the government. Don't speak out against the government, man. And the main people that speak out against the government, you got whistleblowers, you got the prophets of the Lord. The Lord's making them afraid on every side. And we're doing the heavy lifting, but you got your can't say, well, Alex Jones kind of goes in. I forget the other, Glenn Beck, they got the guys that be going in, that's talking about, the crypto and talking about, the economic status, the deals, and different things like that, exposing the media, and people don't attend to Fox News no more for information. They go to them sites, and the new media is what they call it, you know. And Esau's trying to counteract that by attacking free speech so they can control the narrative, okay? And that's all this is. It's just a play on controlling the narrative. So with that being said, I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, Bahala Kokadash, Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, Bashim Kokadash, Brakatham, Shalom.